A friend once told me, "You're such a mom." Yeah, probably because I had to be my own before I fully developed a reproductive system. You see, my wisdom sprouted young. My tongue knew the taste of bittersweet before I even got cavities. My mind weighed out the good and the bad before I even stepped foot in gym class. I'm fast on my feet. I'm familiar with defeat. I've been on the ground so much it made a friend in me. Always grounded, but not the no phone for a week type, but the I'll hold you when you weep type. Because if you're always grounded, then your shoulders always steady, ready for tears. It's like I'm your neighborhood therapist, attracting souls to console me, and sometimes they don't even know me. It gets lonely sometimes, seeing the souls that I console grow old without me. This is how mothers feel. I mean, nah, I didn't birth you, but we on the same earth, and you rooted yourself in my garden when you needed stability. But branched off once you realized that you could get back on your feet. What a bittersweet departure for me to see. So helplessly, because all I can do is be a bystander. I want you to grow by your standards. I want you to flourish and do your own thing. And I got faith that my soil is still within you, and that the water that I watered you with still runs through your spine, and that divine timing will do what it always does, and you'll find yourself at the right place at the right time. Nah, I'm not your mama, but I fertilize your soil the way a good one should. Or shouldn't. Expectations are a bitch, ain't it? I wish I knew that better before I just expected my mama to tend to my garden before she even recognized her own. Yeah, you see, I didn't know that. You see, your wisdom never really goes that far, because for everything you think you know, there's 3 things you don't. Yeah, you can be a genius and still know nothing at all. I mean, look at Einstein. Deemed the smartest man of all, but never been in pussy a second time. Yeah, he died a virgin. Maybe his version of bliss, because Lord knows stepping into pussy can lead you to all this. You see that you name that you can't ordain for shit because they grew and made fertilizer from their own shit. Resourceful, ain't it? That's just how I produce. I scrap up the bullshit and hang it up, let it air out, dry out, and then the remains are for my use. Because bullshit swept under the rug is only going to make you trip later. Yeah, I learned that young too. I learned that blessings and cursings can come from the tongue of the same serpent. Everything is a blessing in disguise. The words that hurt you can manifest into the words that give you worth. It's all about restructuring. Using new syntax to patch up the arsenal of painful words your brain keeps looping through. It's a lot to hoop through. But circle around the pain long enough and it has no choice to be boxed in. Put your pain in a quarter, but this not no timeout. We trying to reframe this shit so we can let it air out. Painted pain with paintbrushes soaked in the blood of my enemies. Turn the pain into art so now my enemies are friends to me, but I still got my demons. It's hard to wipe them out. Bittersweet, ain't it? I mean, life is just a box of chocolates and most of them dark. To remind us that hard times and periods of pain are just like dark chocolate. Bitter on impact, but sweet when you warm up to them. Because there's beauty in pain. There's light in darkness. And to make light of your pain, I'll let you know this. Angels and demons are the reason we exist. Heathens may disagree, but trust when I say that we are both at the same time coexisting. Because for as long as we are alive, we will be fighting the demons. But for as long as we are alive, we will be providing reason for life to continue. We are just like the trees. We breathe life and absorb negativity. So naturally, we are the duality that nature gives us. We are the good and the bad. We are the blue and the red pill. We are the bills stacked up and the jackpot. We are the crack rock and that good pot. We are everything. We are light and dark. Remarkable how we can shift our focus from one side to the other. But if you seek balance, you must see both. With a grounded vision like that, there is no doubt that you'll see growth. Only 19 years lived of my life, but this is my oath. Visakha, you gotta see both sides if you want to see growth. I'm not letting this seed go to waste. This is my oath. Damn, that felt good. Oh, I'm shook. I'm shook. I'm shook. I'm shook. Wow. Thank you for listening. If you made it this far, this is like a very heavy poem, and it was very lengthy. I literally woke up around 2 some, like close to 3 a.m. and it's 5. It's not gonna focus. It's 5:45 right now. I've been writing this from around 3 to 5:30, so that's 2.5 hours. I've been writing this, and something in me told me that I had to record it right when I finished. And this one means a lot to me. So I'm very grateful if you listen to it, to any part of it, to all of it, to some of it, to whatever. I'm very grateful. And this poem means a lot to me because I haven't always been the most positive and the most in love with life, and I haven't always wanted to be alive. But it's time for me to live, and I really feel like this poem that I wrote today stamped that for me, and I just feel incredibly blessed to be able to understand language enough to string these words together, and to have, to have this poem be the pearls that I strung together. I don't know. I think I'm getting more poetic, and I think it's late, well, early, and I should sleep. But this one meant a lot to me, and I'm just super grateful, period. And if you're here, and if you're listening to this frozen capsule of whatever, this video, if you're listening to this, you are loved, and you are worthy, and you are appreciated. And there's always going to be bad, but there's also always going to be good. And when you see both of them at the same time, it usually always equals out and evens out. And once you understand the duality, and once you see like the yin and yang of everything, things start to be more peaceful and zen and more blissful. And that's kind of where I'm working towards, and what I feel like I'm getting to. And like, if you're going through some hard shit, you got it, and there's always a brighter side, because darkness can't exist without light. So if you are here and you're listening and you need to push through, like, you've got every single ounce of capability within you to push through, and I believe in you if you don't believe in yourself. And yeah, damn, that's it. I guess I think that's all I have to say. Yeah, thank you for listening. Thank you for existing. You matter. You're worthy. You're beautiful. You're loved. Period. And we out here. We live. We are live. We are in action. We can make things happen. So let's make things happen. All 2019 and beyond. So yes. Thank you for listening. I'm gonna dip out now. It is really time for me to knock out, get some sleep, because I don't really even make sense right now. But yes, thank you. Thank you for everything, whoever you may be. Yeah. Peace.